Oh my goodness, are the walls closing on Lion Brian Bailey? Jerry Mitchell and the Mississippi Today have done it again. Oh my gosh, the bombshell article that was released today, it put me down a history rabbit hole. Wow, I love history. This article talks about how Sheriff Lloyd Goon Jones was Sheriff Lion Brian Bailey's mentor. He was like a father. Who was Sheriff Lloyd Goon Jones of Simpson County? He was known for terrorizing black Mississippians like none other. My lord. He got his nickname Goon from civil rights leaders after he tear gassed Martin Luther King and other activists in Clinton, Mississippi in 1966. In 1967, there was a clash in Jackson between protesters and police on Lynch Street, and as you can see here, Lloyd Jones is the man responsible for shooting Benjamin Brown in the back and in the head and in the leg. He boasted about firing his shotgun over 10 to 15 times. Lloyd Jones was gunned down in 1995, thank goodness, but before he did, he made these quotes. The Justice Department has concluded that he was responsible for that murder. When somebody said another cop had done it, he said, "He didn't shoot that M-word, I did." Lloyd Jones also led a group of Mississippi troopers in the Jackson State Massacre in 1970 in May. It was just days apart from the Kent State Massacre, but it didn't get in their history books because of the whitewashing of history. But it was real bad. 2 black men lost their lives there, Philip Gibbs and James Earl Green. There were also 12 people injured in that massacre. There were over 400 shots fired in less than 30 seconds by those cops. Lloyd Jones also led a group of troopers up to Ole Miss when James Meredith was integrating. There were 2 people that lost their life there too. Now, when he was sheriff in Simpson County in the early 90s, a man by the name of Andre Jones lost his life in the Simpson County Jail. It was ruled that he had done it to himself, but an autopsy showed that he had been strangled. He was the 41st of 47 people that this had happened to in the jail in 6 years. Sheriff Lloyd Goon Jones was proud of this. Now, before he was gunned down in 1995, thank goodness, he gave Lion Brian Bailey his first job. Lion Brian Bailey was working there at the Simpson County Sheriff's Department. After he was gunned down, Lion Brian Bailey went to the press and said all sorts of wonderful things about it. But in 2015, Lion Brian Bailey made a Facebook post, and this is what he said about his hero, Sheriff Lloyd Goon Jones. "You had such an influence on my life and my career in law enforcement. You are no doubt a part of who I am and what I am today. I loved you like a father and still miss you so much. I remember and use everything you taught me to this day." It all makes sense why all this torture's been going on, and the torture of the 2 black men, Michael Corey Jenkins and Eddie Parker, back in January. Man, I hope I can find a way to get down to Mississippi for the sentencing of the Goon Squad in a couple weeks, right here in January. But you know who I want to see get sentenced? I want to see Lion Brian Bailey in the torture cuffs, in the handcuffs. I want to see him shackled up like the monsters that he led. Yo, Dre, I've got something to say.